Hey guys, it's Tiffany of Tough Angel Books, and for this video I have a book haul for you, which I'm going to start by saying that after I show you these books, I am on a 2-month book buying ban, so up until the beginning of October, I'm not allowed to buy any books. I'm not allowing myself to buy any books, and my mother is definitely not going to let me buy any books. So to start off, I bought 9 books. I bought 9 books in one go to the bookstore. I had a craving to go to the bookstore. I just had this overwhelming urge that I needed to go to the bookstore. I needed to spend time surrounded by books. So I went to the bookstore. I had a list of like 16 books I would like. I bought 4 of the books on that list. I cannot remember which of these books were on that list, and 5 of these weren't even close to being on my list. I actually completely forgot I wanted these until I saw them at my bookstore. So I'm going to start this book haul, and I am just going to go through this and try and remember that I have 2 months before I can buy any more books. And the main purpose of that is I bought 9 books and I still have like 60 books on my TBR to be read, and I'm in the middle of 2 right now. And book nerd problems. What can I say? Anyway, to start this off, the first book I bought was The Dark Tower by Stephen King. I've never read anything Stephen King before, but I saw the trailer teaser for this movie and I just figured I would pick it up and give it a try. The actual book is like maybe 300 pages. Yeah, it's like 350 pages. I bought the pocketbook edition mainly because it was $10 cheaper than the full size, but it's literally the same number of pages, so I don't know. But I am so looking forward to reading this before I see the movie. Even if I have to wait for the movie to come out on DVD, I will wait. I want to read this first. Second book I got, this was a total impulse buy, and I just figured it'd be a great book for the holiday times. And that is Letters from Father Christmas by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is a hardcover book, and this book is just filled with a series of letters that his kids would get from Father Christmas from 1920 to 1943. So from when his firstborn started getting letters to when his lastborn when his lastborn got the final correspondence with Father Christmas. And this is hardcover and without the dust jacket. I just like that color. It just seems like a good holiday. It seems like a holiday red, and I like it, and I love the gold foil on the side. I have not read anything J.R.R. Tolkien either. I really should fix that, considering I know at least one of my sisters has the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit. I should read it, but right now I'm going to start with this holiday book, and I'm looking forward to reading it when we get closer to the holidays. So probably like late November, early December, I might pick it up and start reading it. Next book I got has been out for a while, and when I first saw this in hardcover, I hated the dust jacket. Like, the book sounded interesting when I heard about it all over BookTube, but I hated the hardcover. I really hated the dust jacket on the hardcover. So I found the paperback, and that is Replica by Lauren Oliver, and I love this paperback because, like, look how shiny it is. For Lyra and Gemma, like, I absolutely love the coloring and everything, and I look forward to reading this just because I haven't actually heard anything about it since everyone started talking about it. I know that you can read it either by Lyra's way and then Gemma's way, or you can bounce back and forth between the 2 characters. So I'm not sure how I'm going to read it yet, but when I do actually read this, I'll let you know how I read it when I do my review for this book. Next book I have is another author I have not read anything by, and considering how many series he has out, it's really, it's kind of sad that I've not read anything of his. Well, I read like 10 pages of this book in high school, but then I had to cram for exams, so that didn't work out. And and it was my last year of high school at the time, so it definitely did not work out. And that is Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I read 10 pages of this, like I said, and in reality, if I wanted to read this, I could have just borrowed it from my sister's boyfriend, but I have a whole thing of not lending out books, so I didn't want to borrow books. So I just bought the first one to read through and go from there. Next book I have heard about this all over BookTube, and I absolutely just love the fact that it was inspired by a movement, and like, this is a book I really do want to read because it's a contemporary that has nothing to do with like my style of living. It's a completely different style of living that I'm intrigued to find out more about it. And that is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. And this book was inspired or based off of the Black Lives Matter movement. I love that. I really like the back of this. You can't really see. Maybe I can get it like that. You can kind of see the shimmer of hands and a face in total black. And like, this just seemed like such a good read, and John Green just put stunning regarding the book, and I love John Green's writing. I love just the white and the black, almost the black foil font here. I really, really want to read this as soon as I get the chance, and I think I will actually review it. On the back of it says 8-starred ratings. Like, most places only go as high as 5, so the fact that this is 8-star ratings is pretty impressive. Next book I'm actually currently reading, and it is the only book that I've started reading that came out this year. I believe it came out in May. When I first saw this, it was a month after it came out. I got the audiobook because the place I saw it sold was for like $30, and at my bookstore it was $25, which is the actual price for this book. So I don't know why there was a $5 difference. I do not know why, but that book is The Black Witch by Laurie Forrest. And this was blurbed by Lindsay Cummings, who, if you have not read anything by her, she wrote The Murder Complex and the Balance Keepers series. So definitely, I would, like, wow, I lost my train of thought. This, I suck at giving synopses, but I know that the main character of this is Elrin, who believes she does not have any magic whatsoever. So, I'm currently at chapter 9 of this book. This is a really simple black hardcover, but I like the silver foil font on the side and the actual font of the Black Witch. Like, it matches the dust jacket so well. Next book on this book haul, I saw for a while on a couple booktubers talk about this, and they seemed really interested in it, and the cover just got me interested in it, along with the title, and that is Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I probably murdered her last name so bad, but this just seems like a really good historic fantasy read, historic fiction read, just because it is based around Jack the Ripper, who I believe was very active in the early 1800s. Comment down below if I have that wrong. But Jack the Ripper was always kind of one of those things where it piqued my interest, but I never actually researched anything about it. I'd hear bits and pieces, so I don't actually know much about Jack the Ripper, just the fact that he terrorized London. So I'm looking forward to reading this, and especially the back has me super interested. He murdered women in cold blood. He terrorized an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all these horrors, in the end, I could not deny it. I was a girl who loved the river. So I'm looking forward to reading this and just fully understanding, you know, that time period. And I'm no idea if it's historically accurate, but I figured I'd give it a try anyway. This next book was really big around BEA last year, and I think everyone got like paperbacks at BEA. And so I got it in hardcover, and this is the one book where I have no idea if I should leave the dust jacket on when I put it on my shelf or take the dust jacket off and put it on my shelf. And I'll explain in a minute, but that is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is about the Red Queen before she became the Red Queen, if I understand correctly. But this is stunning. This dust jacket is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the vines and everything. I love the spine and just how intricate and red and wonderful it is. Now the problem I have with this book, why I can't decide if I should leave it in its dust jacket or put it on its shelf without it, is because this is what it looks like without its dust jacket. Look how gorgeous that is. And that's the front. Here's the back. Like, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Like, this whole thing is gorgeous, and I have no idea if I should put it on my shelf like this or in its dust jacket. I have no clue. If you guys have a suggestion, leave a comment down below. Like, I honestly don't know. This is just gorgeous. I love this so much. I love the way that it's written, that's written vertically on the spine instead of like sideways where how you normally see it. But this is just gorgeous. There's a crown in the front, a jester's hat in the back. Help me figure out how I'm supposed to sit this on my shelf with or without its dust jacket. Please let me know, but for now I'm putting it back in its dust jacket just so I don't ruin it. The dust jacket, I mean, not the book. The last book in this book haul is by an author I have read before, and I still have the last book in their trilogy to finish reading, so I will get to that soon. But I absolutely love this person's writing, and I just gave you a hint of what it was, but I love this person's writing, and this is just absolutely stunning, and that is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. And I just look at how reflective that cover is, like all the way around. And one thing I really like about my bookstore is, yeah, they have their price sticker on it, like that, but it doesn't damage the book. They respect the books. They respect books so highly and so much that it is just absolutely amazing. Like, Laini Taylor, if you do not know, wrote the Daughters Smoke and Bones trilogy. I only have Dreams of God Monsters left to read, which is the biggest book in the trilogy, so that's probably why I haven't read it yet. And look at this without its dust jacket. See that? I think that's a moth. I'm pretty sure that's a moth. But look at how nice and blue that is. And the side of it, like, you actually get Laini Taylor on the side and the full cover. I love the gold foil. I love the fact that this is on the cover. And I look forward to reading this. I know this has nothing to do with the Daughter of Smoke and Bones trilogy. But I will be picking this up after I read Dreams of God Monsters, just because I feel a lot better if I actually complete all of her books, like, in a row as they're published. And this is the last book in the haul. So now I'm going to do what every booktuber must do, and that is just about drop all of the books as we're trying to stand them up. I'll stack them up and put them in frame. So let's see if I can... Oh, I can do it. Yay, I can do it. Ha! And it's all in frame. Cool. But yeah, this is my book haul. This is my 9-book book haul that is marking my 2-month book buying ban. And these are all books that actually really pique my interest, so I'll probably be switching to one of these books as I'm reading other books on my TBR. Oh, I'm gonna put that down. Anyway, that is it for this book haul. Leave a comment down below what was your last book purchase. Let me know how I'm supposed to put Heartless, the hardcover of Heartless, on my shelf with or without the dust jacket. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this book haul and if you think I can last 2 months without buying a book. I'm trying to post videos more frequently, so if you don't want to miss them, hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell so you get notified when I post new videos. And until next time, happy reading!